Hello, my little shoppers. Picture this. You're in a bustling marketplace, the aroma of spices filling the air, vibrant colors everywhere you look. You spot the perfect souvenir, but there's just one problem. You're not quite sure how to navigate the language barrier. Fear not, my friends. I'm here to arm you with the lingo you need to shop like a local, no matter where in the world you find yourself. Get ready to ditch the phrasebook and embrace the art of haggling, because we're about to unlock the secrets of shopping with confidence. Let's make your next shopping trip smooth and fun with these 10 useful expressions for buying, bargaining, and understanding prices. Alright, let's start with the basics. You see something that tickles your fancy, a beautiful silk scarf perhaps, or an intricately carved wooden elephant. How do you find out if you can actually afford it? That's where our first phrase comes in handy. How much is this? Simple, effective, and universally understood. Point to that exquisite piece of pottery. Ask, how much is this? With a smile and prepare to be amazed by the power of communication. In many countries, particularly tourist destinations, shopkeepers are used to hearing this phrase in English. Even if you fumble a little, a smile and a genuine attempt at communication will go a long way. So go forth, my savvy shoppers, and never be afraid to ask, how much is this? So, you found the perfect souvenir, a hand-knitted poncho that just screams adventure. The vibrant colors and intricate patterns are exactly what you were looking for to remind you of your travels. But alas, it only comes in a size best suited for a very stylish llama. You try it on, and it's either too big or too small, making you feel like Goldilocks in search of the perfect fit. This is where our next phrase swoops in to save the day. Do you have this in another size color? It's a simple question, but it can make all the difference in finding that perfect item. Think of them as two sides of the same stylish coin. Whether it's a different size or a different color, asking can open up a world of options you might not have seen initially. Simply turn to the shopkeeper and ask, do you have this in another color? You might discover a shade that you hadn't considered before, one that suits you even better. They might just surprise you with a shade that complements your complexion perfectly. Or perhaps a pattern that tells a different story, one that resonates with you even more. Or perhaps you found a pair of leather sandals that would make your feet the envy of every fashionista, but they only have size 42, and you're a dainty size 37. It's a common dilemma, but one that's easily solved. Simply ask, do you have this in another size? More often than not, the shopkeeper will have a variety of sizes in the back, or can suggest a similar style that fits perfectly. And watch as they magically produce the perfect fit. It's like a little bit of shopping magic, turning a near miss into a perfect match. Communication is key. Don't be afraid to express your preferences and ask for what you want. After all, shopping is all about finding what makes you happy and comfortable. We've all been there, haven't we? You spot the perfect garment, a dress that would make you look like €1,000,000, or a suit that screams business. But there's just one tiny problem. The fitting rooms are nowhere to be found. Fear not, for I'm about to let you in on a little secret weapon. Can I try it on? Yes, it's that simple. Timing is everything. Don't just blurt it out the moment you lay eyes on the garment of your dreams. Take a moment. Examine the fabric, admire the stitching, and then, with a confident air, utter those magic words. Can I try it on? In some cultures, particularly in more traditional markets, dedicated changing areas are rare. Simply ask your question with a smile and a hopeful expression. A little confidence goes a long way. Let's be honest, who doesn't love a good bargain? The thrill of finding that perfect item at a reduced price is something we all cherish. It's like a little victory in the game of shopping. That little thrill of knowing you've snagged a fantastic deal. It's practically a sport, isn't it? The excitement of saving money while getting something you love is unmatched. That's where our next phrase comes in handy. Is there a discount? This simple question can open doors to unexpected savings and make your shopping experience even more enjoyable. Timing is everything. Don't just blurt it out the moment you walk into the shop. Take a moment to soak in the atmosphere, get a feel for the place, and then make your move. Take your time, browse the merchandise, and maybe even express your admiration for a few items before casually slipping in the question, is there a discount? This shows that you're genuinely interested and not just looking for a quick deal. In some cultures, particularly in bustling marketplaces, haggling is not just expected, it's an art form. It's a dance of words and gestures, a playful interaction that can lead to great deals. Don't be afraid to engage in a bit of playful banter, offer a lower price, and see where the negotiation takes you. It's all part of the fun, and can make your shopping experience memorable. Always be respectful. Haggling should be a fun and lighthearted exchange, not a battle of wills. Approach it with a smile and a positive attitude, and you'll likely walk away with a great deal and a pleasant experience. So go forth, my savvy shoppers, and don't be afraid to ask, is there a discount? You never know what savings await you just by asking this simple question. Happy shopping. Oh, the pressure of a shopping decision. It can be overwhelming, darling, absolutely overwhelming. You're standing there faced with a mountain of silk scarves, each one more beautiful than the last, and the shopkeeper is looking at you expectantly. That's where our next phrase comes in handy. I'll think about it. This phrase is a bit like a magic spell. It gives you the power to politely excuse yourself from a situation where you're feeling pressured or unsure. Taking your time and making informed decisions is key to a successful shopping experience. So, the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed or pressured, don't hesitate to utter those magic words. I'll think about it. Now let's talk about something we've all experienced at some point, buyer's remorse. You know that sinking feeling when you get home with your purchases, only to realize that the vintage lamp you bought looks more like it belongs in a horror movie. That's where our next phrase comes in handy. What's the return policy? Before you hand over your hard-earned cash, take a moment to inquire about the return policy. This is especially important when shopping in unfamiliar countries, as return policies can vary widely. By understanding the return policy, you're not only protecting yourself from potential disappointment, but you're also ensuring a smoother and more enjoyable shopping experience. So, my savvy shoppers, before you whip out your wallet, take a moment to ask that all-important question. What's the return policy? We live in a modern world, darlings, a world where cash is no longer king. Well, at least not always. But fear not, my cashless comrades, for I'm about to equip you with a phrase that will make your transactions smoother. Can I pay by card? While card payments are becoming increasingly common, there are still pockets of the world where cash is king. Picture this. You're in a charming little antique shop, surrounded by treasures from a bygone era. You've just stumbled upon the perfect vintage teacup, but as you reach for your wallet, you notice a small sign, cash only. Don't panic. Before you resign yourself to a life without that exquisite teacup, take a deep breath and utter those magic words. Can I pay by card? You never know, the shopkeeper might be willing to make an exception. Let's be honest, darlings. Sometimes, shopping can feel like an Olympic sport. You're dodging crowds, lugging heavy bags, and desperately trying to hail a taxi in a city where you don't speak the language. But fear not, for I'm about to share a phrase that will make your shopping trips infinitely easier. Do you deliver? Imagine this. You've just found the perfect piece of furniture for your living room, a vintage armchair that would make even Marie Antoinette green with envy. Before you resign yourself to a life without that fabulous armchair, take a deep breath and ask, do you deliver? You never know, the shop might offer a delivery service that will save you a world of hassle. Now let's talk about a phrase that's close to my heart, a phrase that embodies the thrill of the chase, the art of negotiation, the sheer joy of getting a good deal. What's your best price? It's like a secret handshake, a way to let the shopkeeper know that you're serious about making a purchase, but you're not afraid to haggle a bit to get the best possible price. Timing is everything. Don't just blurt it out the moment you walk into the shop. Take your time, browse the merchandise, express your admiration for a few items, and then, when the time is right, casually slip in the question. What's your best price? Haggling should be a fun and lighthearted exchange, not a battle of wills. So go forth, my savvy shoppers, and don't be afraid to ask, what's your best price? Now, my savvy shoppers, we've reached the final stage of our shopping adventure, securing the proof of purchase, the little piece of paper that confirms you're not walking out with stolen goods tucked under your arm. This small yet mighty document is more than just a formality, it's your golden ticket to a world of consumer rights and protections. Yes, darlings, I'm talking about the humble receipt and the magic phrase that will make it appear, "Can I get a receipt, please?" This simple request can save you from a multitude of potential headaches down the line. Whether it's for a big-ticket item or just your daily groceries, always make it a habit to ask for that receipt. A receipt is your best friend. It's your proof of purchase, your insurance policy against faulty goods, and your ticket to a smooth and hassle-free return process. Think of it as your personal safety net, ensuring that you have a record of your transaction in case anything goes wrong. Imagine this. You've just bought a beautiful hand-painted vase, the perfect souvenir to remind you of your travels. It's a unique piece that caught your eye and you couldn't resist bringing it home. You get it home, unpack it carefully, and horror of horrors, you discover a crack running down the side. Your heart sinks as you realize that your precious find is damaged. But fear not. With a receipt safely tucked away in your wallet, you can march right back to the shop and demand a replacement or a refund. This little slip of paper empowers you to stand up for your rights as a consumer, so always remember to utter those magic words. Can I get a receipt, please? It's a small step that can make a big difference in your shopping experience, ensuring peace of mind and satisfaction with every purchase. There you have it, my fellow shoppers. Armed with these 10 expressions, you're ready to conquer the world of shopping, one transaction at a time. Remember, confidence is key. Don't be afraid to practice your newfound lingo, embrace the art of haggling, and most importantly, have fun. Shopping should be an adventure, a chance to immerse yourself in new cultures, discover unique treasures, and maybe even snag a bargain or two along the way. So go forth, my savvy shoppers, and let these expressions be your passport to a world of shopping delights. Happy shopping, darlings.